A reference frame is a viewpoint used to describe motion and measurements. An inertial frame is a reference frame in which an object with no net force keeps moving at constant velocity. A non-inertial frame is a reference frame that is accelerating or rotating. A free body diagram is a drawing that shows all forces acting on an object. A normal force is the contact force a surface exerts perpendicular to itself. Static friction is friction that prevents surfaces from starting to slide. Kinetic friction is friction that acts while surfaces are sliding past each other. Tension is the pulling force transmitted through a stretched string or rope. A spring force is the restoring force produced when a spring is stretched or compressed. An impulse is the effect of a force acting over a short time to change motion. Conservation of momentum means the total momentum of an isolated system stays the same. An elastic collision is a collision in which objects bounce without losing total kinetic energy. An inelastic collision is a collision in which some kinetic energy is transformed into other forms. A perfectly inelastic collision is a collision in which objects stick together afterward. The center of mass motion is the motion of the balance point of a system of objects. Angular displacement is how much an object turns around a fixed axis. Angular velocity describes how fast an object's angle changes over time. Angular acceleration describes how angular velocity changes over time. Angular momentum is a quantity that describes how hard it is to stop a rotating motion. Conservation of angular momentum means total angular momentum stays constant when external torque is absent. Moment of inertia measures how strongly an object resists changes in its rotation. Rolling motion is motion that combines rotation and translation, like a wheel moving forward. A torque is produced when a force tends to rotate an object about an axis. A lever arm is the perpendicular distance from an axis to the line of action of a force. A fluid pressure at a point is the pushing effect the fluid exerts at that location. Pascal's principle is the idea that pressure applied to a confined fluid is transmitted throughout the fluid. A hydraulic system uses a fluid to transmit force from one place to another. Viscosity is a measure of how resistant a fluid is to flowing. Laminar flow is smooth fluid flow in layers with little mixing. Turbulent flow is irregular fluid flow with swirling and strong mixing. A streamline is a curve that is everywhere tangent to the local flow direction. Buoyant force is the net upward pressure force that a fluid exerts on an immersed object. Surface tension is the tendency of a liquid surface to act like a stretched skin. Capillary action is liquid movement in narrow spaces due to surface tension and adhesion. A heat reservoir is an ideal object that can absorb or release heat without changing temperature. A phase change is a change between solid, liquid, and gas without changing the substance's identity. Melting is a phase change from solid to liquid. Freezing is a phase change from liquid to solid. Evaporation is a phase change where molecules escape from a liquid surface into gas. Boiling is rapid vaporization that happens throughout a liquid. Condensation is a phase change from gas to liquid. Sublimation is a phase change from solid directly to gas. Latent heat is energy absorbed or released during a phase change without changing temperature. Thermal expansion is the tendency of materials to increase in size when heated. A blackbody is an ideal object that absorbs all incoming radiation and emits radiation depending on its temperature. Emissivity describes how effectively a surface emits thermal radiation compared with a blackbody. An electric potential difference is the energy per charge difference between 2 points that can drive current. A circuit element is a component in a circuit that affects current or voltage, such as a resistor or capacitor. A diode is a circuit component that allows current to flow more easily in one direction than the other. An LED is a diode that emits light when current flows through it. A semiconductor is a material whose electrical conductivity lies between that of a conductor and an insulator. Doping is the process of adding small amounts of impurities to a semiconductor to change its conductivity. A photon is a particle-like packet of electromagnetic energy. A spectrum is a distribution of light by wavelength, frequency, or energy. An atom is a basic unit of matter consisting of a nucleus and surrounding electrons. A nucleus is the dense central part of an atom containing protons and neutrons. An electron is a negatively charged particle that occupies regions around an atomic nucleus. A proton is a positively charged particle found in an atomic nucleus. A neutron is an electrically neutral particle found in an atomic nucleus. An isotope is a type of atom with the same number of protons but different numbers of neutrons.